在这里他们说美国人是人吗？
对，
他手里面有。
不是，不对的，不对的。
撕破。
This is really
那
funny.
个人肉。
They're asking me if I eat. They're asking if I eat
要
people.
比他呀。
So in America, we have the stereotype that Chinese people eat dogs, cats, whatever. Apparently over here, they're teaching them that Americans eat people. 我们像你们一样，我们吃一样的东西。
还有吗？
阿姨撕破不是吃人的吗？小孩肉。
有没有？
阿姨那里。
OK，可能还是破。
你的血管很高呀。
Yeah,
你们那里吃不吃
妈死的吃那个萝莉刀。
Oh my god.
你们那里吃不吃
This is
青蛙
the
的？
funniest kids in China.
abundance, but you will have no freedom, you will have no agency, it will be a perfect surveillance state, there will be no privacy. And that's what you're gonna get. You're gonna get great comfort, but there will be nothing left in the world for you to really do, nothing that really matters. You'll just kind of live at the, service of the AI giving you material wealth.
This is Malachi 1 and 4. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith Yahweh Bashim Ashai of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom Yahweh Bashim Ashai hath indignation forever. Kahala Yahweh Bashim Ashai Bashim Rabudash. Double honors my teachers, the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and mercy to the elect, who the house of David reborn again in this generation. And Shalom to the 130 Ashuralim, who today are known as the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, who before losing our true heritage, we were known as, and still are, the true Hebrew Israelites of the Holy Bible. In today's lesson, we're going to talk about the border of wickedness, also referred to as the nation of Edom. Now, the thing that they do not teach you in these churches when they try to explain the Bible is that the Bible, there is a narrative in it that you as the reader, and remember, being the reader means that you should really be an Israelite, right? Because again, the Bible was written by Israelites, or should I say by Hebrews, or the chosen people, right? For the Hebrew chosen people, okay? That would be the biblical Hebrew Israelites, or today as they are known as the Negro, Latino, Native Americans. And all those whose father's lineage goes back to that bloodline, right? That bloodline being the descendants of Jacob, whose name was changed to Israel. Now, these people on this picture right here, these are not the children of the promise. These are not the Israelites, okay? These are biblically known as the Edomites, okay? They descend from a man called Esau. Again, Esau was Jacob's evil twin brother, and though he was firstborn, he was rejected by God, and this is why the blessing and the birthright went to Esau's brother Jacob. Okay, Jacob is the progenitor of the Negro, Latino, Native Americans, and Esau is the progenitor of the so-called Caucasians and the so-called Israeli or so-called Jewish people, okay, whose true biblical name, by the way, the so-called Israelis or so-called Jewish people, is that they are actually the Amalekites. They are the people who they claim everybody else is. You know, that's the duping delight that Esau is currently pulling over on the masses. But that's only going to work for so long. And why is that? Well, because you see, prophecy is being fulfilled. And in that video, namely the first video with those Chinese, or biblically known as the Moabite children, what they were saying, okay, they were saying that Americans eat people. Now, to these Chinese, Americans are basically these people, okay? They don't see the blacks, they don't see the Mexicans, they don't see the Indians as the Americans, okay? You see, and this is because these Edomites, a form of their magic, because again, they're magicians, right? And not like pulling a rabbit out of a hat magician. They're basically, they perform magical rituals, okay, which go all the way back to Babylon, the Sumerians, and even go back further than that, back in the time before Adam and Eve, the previous world civilization, which the occultists refer to as Atlantis. The Bible refers to this time of people as the Adamites. Secular science refers to these people as the pre-Diluvian people, right? So the thing is these devils have obtained that knowledge, right? The forbidden knowledge that the serpent offered to Eve in the garden, okay? And it's the same thing as it was back then. It's the same thing today. These serpents have offered that forbidden knowledge to Eve and the rest of the Israelites, okay? Got things like feminism, communism, all these isms, right? Which ultimately go back to what these devils use, right? The Kabbalah, like I said, ultimately Babylonian magic, right? Even the system of money here in America is Babylonian money magic that these devils have put into place. And that's because why? Well, because, like I just read, they are the border of wickedness. These are the people who are at war with God. Okay, you could read in the Bible where it says God would have war with these people, particularly the Amalekites, forever, right? And again, this is another reason why when you read the definition for the nation of Edom, this isn't just us. Okay, so like I said again, there's a narrative that the Bible gives out, is that there is a secret, right? Not only is there a secret of the chosen people, but there is a secret of the wicked people, right? Or what everybody refers to as the Antichrist. Well, it is your job as the reader, like I said, again, when you look past it, if you're an Israelite, right, there's a narrative that you have to discover who the wicked of the Bible are, and also who are the Israelites, okay? Or should I say what the Israelites are going to get. So again, first of all, these are not the Israelites. They're not the chosen people. They are the descendants of Esau, which makes them the Edomites. They are Hebrew Edomites, okay? So they are Shemitic, but they are the worst kind of Shemitic. They come from the side which is against God. These are going to be the people who are going to fight against God when it says in the book of Revelation, and there was war in heaven, Satan and his angels fought against Michael and his angels. These are the angels of Satan, okay? They're the messengers of Satan, okay? And they're going to fight with God when he returns, okay? And how are they going to do that? Well, all the secret technology that they've been working on, okay? All the triangle UFOs that these devils are clearly behind, right? In their breakaway society that they have, which everybody knows is there, but they can't really explain it, right? It's this society that has harnessed gravitational technology, unlimited power. That's these devils, okay? These are the true rulers of the world. This is Matthew 7:20. Wherefore, by their fruits shall ye know them. And everybody is starting to look at the fruits of these devils, okay? Let's read this real quick. It says, during Leopold II's brutal rule over Congo, Leopold was, by the way, he was like a Bavarian president or king, right? Basically, when Esau took over all like recent Europe in like the 1800s, and all the king of Europe, England, the king of Russia, the king of Berlin, these guys were all fucking family members. They're all cousins, right? They're all Edomites, okay? This devil here, basically, he oppressed Ham pretty crazy, man. He was known for chopping off arms, but let's read this. It says, during Leopold II's brutal rule over Congo, pygmy communities were used as trackers and guides in the dense forest, but were often exploited, enslaved, and killed like many others. Their deep knowledge of the land was taken advantage of by the colonizers, the future of Congo. The picture was taken by Max Schurer in 1957. It's a part of the Süddeutsche Zeitung, a major German photo agency and historical picture archive. A caption reads, tourists in the Belgian Congo as spectators of the so-called monkey dance of the pygmies. The name of the photo agency has been edited to its correct spelling as pointed out by the commenter. Okay, so that's basically it. So you see, these Edomites, they are the oppressors of the world. Okay, the world is starting to wake up to what these devils have done, and from their trying to hide the teaching of what they've done, right? The whole, what is it called? Critical race theory and all that type of stuff. Yes, the Edomites here in America who don't want that to teach, they have a point, because why would they want their history to come out, right? And the thing is that it's getting pushed out because you see right now the Lord is doing a very masterful work. He is taking these Edomites, these people right here, and he's putting them to war with each other. You see, the bottom Edomites here, the Amalekites, they are currently going for their agenda, right? Because they are the descendants of the firstborn of Esau, right? Esau's firstborn and his firstborn, that being Amalek, makes these people the spiritual leaders of all the Edomite tribes. So just like the Israelites have multiple tribes, which makes up the whole, Edom also has multiple tribes, which makes up the whole. Amalek being one of the tribes, it's the highest spiritually, tribe within Edom, making them the spiritual leaders, which is why they own everything, they run everything, and they only use their, siblings of non-Amalekite lineage to run their agenda for them. Okay. Now that being said, the Lord's masterful work is that He has put these people against themselves. Right. The Lord has divided the house of Edom, and they're currently attacking each other. But for the most part, Amalek's winning. Why? Well, because Amalek has been fighting a secret war against the rest of his brethren for many decades, and we're now seeing the result of that, right? The atrazine in the water, in the tap water, making all these, alphabet people. You have the war on testosterone, just decimating the fertility rates amongst the men. You have the social conditioning, right? To the point where self-deprecation has become a hallmark of the Edomite people, right? They've destroyed themselves in countless ways, and now those that are still intelligent enough to see what's going on, they're standing up to call foul on what's happening to them, right? White replacement and whatnot, and the Kalergi plan, all that's true. It's all happening. But the point is that it's too far gone now, and the agenda is too entrenched that Amalek has won, and his brethren are soon going to be basically birthed out of existence, right? And that's how they want it. But again, this is ultimately the spirit of these Edomites. And why is that? Well, because you see, not only do they come from Esau, but they also come from that same lineage that was Cain in the reincarnation. Now, Cain killing his brother, that's a spiritual trait that passes on. And that's why these devils, they'll easily turn on each other, like what we're seeing happening now. Now, like I said, there's a campaign to make the so-called white man, the regular Caucasians, the enemy or the scapegoats for all the atrocities that, for the most part, Edom or all the Edomites were involved. An example would be the North Atlantic slave trade. Amalek was namely in charge of owning the ships, funding the voyages, owning the insurance companies, for all those things, right? And it was basically just lowly Edomites that were the hands on the boat, the labor within the camps, right? Or the plantations, I guess you call them. And they basically worked for Amalek. So that being said, right now Amalek is trying to throw his brethren under the bus, and in doing so destroy him and get away scot-free. But you see what's happening is that things like what you've seen Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, like he said, you are going to have no freedom and you're going to have no autonomy in this future AI dystopian world that they bring up, right? Now these devils, they like to like pretend they're the good guys, right? So they try to warn you from a crazy dystopian future that they in fact are actually planning, right? But their whole narrative is that if you don't want that to happen, you gotta join with me and you gotta take my chip, and we so we could outrun the AI and we could have it not outsmart us. But these devils aren't slick. They're basically letting people know that they're behind it. So much so that it's become part of the population's joking mentality. It's been part it's part of the public's lexicon now, right? To where like here's the it tells you here, it says a single second of the sun's energy could power Earth for 500,000 years. Okay? Now, what does this guy said? It could be powering us now, but 12 rich guys said no. See, so that right there just shows you that the public know that there's a small cabal, a small group of people who are running the world and are oppressing it. Okay? In this case here, it's a funny joke. But again, there's truth in jokes, right? To the point where when this becomes, public, right? It's posted on here, and let's see, does it show us? Look, 32,000 views. And 130 comments, right? Won't somebody think of the poor billionaires, oil executives? See, so people knows what's up. See, and look, 100, oh, here it goes, 1,400 likes, man. That would have been crazy. It would have been 144,000 likes. But let's refresh. Let's see. Yeah. But the whole point being is that the world is waking up to these devils that are in charge. They don't know who they are yet, right? They call them the bankers, the Illuminati. They call them the elite, the 1%, the cabal, the Masons. But the thing is people have not discovered their true identity yet. But hey, that's where we come in, right? This is why the Lord, before he brings his judgment, he always sends his prophets. And what do his prophets do? Well, they declare his coming. They declare his judgment. And in this case here, what's happening is you're seeing the two witnesses prophesying against these devils. Okay, the two witnesses spoken about in Revelation that had tormented them, that's talking about the northern kingdom of Israel, that being the Latinos and Native Americans, and the southern kingdom of Israel, that being the so-called Negroes, or the true biblical Jews, along with two other tribes, Levi and Benjamin. Okay, but these two groups are right now being a witness for the Lord to point out these devils, their crimes and what they've done. Okay, this is why we bring out prophecy when things are happening. Right now, there's some secret stuff taking place in Russia right now. America's embassy got kicked out. There's secret flights to Russia. The Vatican is meeting there with like the vice president. So there's a lot of stuff going on right now. Basically, the war is going to more than likely, kick into high gear. And that's because why? Well, because these devils, they know that they are running short on time. And they're moving forward with their agenda of bringing forward that false Third World War, which is really going to actually happen. But it is a orchestrated event. Okay, there's going to be real death, real destruction, real loss. But the narrative that's going to be spun of why it's going to have to happen, or why it is happening, and why people are going to be sending their kids and their family members off to war to die, is going to be false. You see, these devils, they're planning a world coup d'etat, right? They're going to take over the world, and this is how they're going to do it, right? They're going to bring this chaos, and from the chaos that they've brought all over the world, it's going to come. They want to bring their order, their new world order, okay? But it ain't going to work, right? The Lord says that when they are about to fill their belly, then shall he strike them through. So what's going to happen? It tells us in the Bible, Job 20 and 27, that the heavens shall reveal their iniquity, and the earth shall rise up against them, right? And what does that mean? That means that things like this video, the video you've seen in the beginning, right? Those Moabite kids telling that American tourists that Americans eat people, right? Because people are starting to see that that these Edomites are the border of wickedness, that they are the devils upon the face of the earth. So much so that, like I said, the people are joking about the elites that are running the world. And it's only going to be a little while before those people start seeing videos like this, starting with the videos that the apostles put out, the elders, Achium, these videos, and they start seeing that word, Edomite. Okay? And when they start seeing Edomite, they're going to start understanding, at first they're going to, think it's something funny or whatever. They're going to pay it no mind, but little by little, the word Edom and Edomites are going to become synonymous with wickedness. And people are going to want to look into more of what Edom is. And they're going to find out that the Bible basically tells us who the Antichrist is. Malachi 1 and 4. That's why I read it, right? This here, where it says, and they shall call them, the they is talking about the people of the world. The them is talking about the wicked that the Bible speaks of, which is, again, your job as the reader to find out who that wicked is, right? Who are the wicked that have, like it tells in Job 9 and 24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. If not, where and who, he covers the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? That is a question for you as a reader. Who is the wicked? Who covered the faces of the judges? Who made Yahweh Shai, so-called Jesus, who made him a white man? Did the Chinese do that? Did the Egyptians do that? Right? Did the Arabs do that? No. It was the so-called white man, the biblical Edomites who did that. Okay? So, once that epiphany, gets pushed around the world, and people start realizing who these people are, the ones who oppressed people's heritage, stole their land, coveted their lands, oppressed people, make them work to live on a planet they're born on. Once people understand, who they are and understand, what that means to be Edomites, then people are going to realize that, hey, these are the straight up devils that the Bible speaks of, right? And again, and why is that happening? Well, because again, the Lord has put his prophets, starting with the apostles, out here to tell the people what's going on and who's who and what's what. This is what's going to eventually happen. This is 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. Perdition meaning destruction. These are the sons of destruction, the Edomites, okay? The border of wickedness, or what you would refer to as the Antichrist. Because again, these devils love to try to twist the narrative, and they've tricked the world into believing that there's going to be a one individual that's going to come in a fancy, shiny suit, and he's going to offer to fix all the world's problems, and he's going to be a slick talker, and everybody's going to love him. And eventually he's going to build a third temple. Well, that person is a group of people. It's a nation of people, particularly, right? And that nation has a name, and that nation is Edom, right? And they are the descendants of Esau, making them the Edomites, okay? And that's what we're waiting for, Akim, is for them to be revealed. Because again, we already had that great falling away, right? Us Israelites, the Negro, Latino, Native Americans, we forgot who we were. We're still living in a time, in a position where we still don't even have our true last names, right? We're still living under our oppressors' last names, right? We're waking up from that great falling away. And eventually only 1/3 of our people are going to realize what's going on, and 2/3 are just never going to wake up, and they're going to be destroyed. But the beautiful part is that prophecy is being fulfilled, and the 1/3 of Israel that do make it, we're going to be able to bring back the rest of our nation. So either way, I just wanted to share this video. When I seen that video of the Moabite kids telling these Edomites that they eat kids, he could just deny it, but he knew. That's why he was laughing, because he knew that they do eat kids. He understands. He's heard the stories about Epstein. I'm pretty sure he's heard the blood libel, rumors about Amalek taking up them kids and shit. All these things throughout history, right? it's crazy, but that's a whole other lesson. But hopefully this video was edifying. Until next time, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, Ba'Shem El Shai, Ba'Shem Ruach Kodesh. Shalom.